What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Terry Brothers video. And today I have for you a review. And as you tell from the thumbnail, today we're talking about Shang Chi and the 10 Rings. First things first, before we get into the video, make sure you guys go ahead and smack that like button. Let us know what you think of the video. And let me know if this is something you guys want to keep seeing. Is it something you should change, make it more enjoyable for you guys? Let me know. Yes, let's get into it. So if you've been here before, you know how these videos work. First, we'll start with an overview. Then we'll go to my storyline. Then my favorite parts of all movies and shows is character development. And then finally, I'll give you my rating. All my ratings are out of 10. So yeah, let's get into it. So Shang Chi and the 10 Rings is the first Marvel movie part of the second phase. Now, I'll be honest, I'm not super familiar with the second phase of the Avengers. The first phase, I knew a lot about. I knew a lot of characters, what was kind of gonna happen, and all that stuff. The second phase, I'm not super familiar with it, so I'm kind of going just blind with no bias, preconceived notions of what's gonna happen. So, and I think that's kind of good. I think I have like basically a blank slate of kind of what's coming out. I'm kind of watching it as if I was somebody who doesn't really normally watch these kind of movies and watching it for the first time. And I think that's kind of cool. So I'm kind of giving you my unbiased opinion basically on Shang-Chi and what I thought. So what Shang-Chi in a nutshell is basically that there are these 10 rings that give whoever is using them immense godlike powers. They can use it to like fly, in a sense. Then it gives you obviously a big weapon. You can also use it in defense. There's a lot of things you can do with these 10 rings, and it is definitely a force to be reckoned with. You can find Shang-Chi right now in theaters, and I'm so happy about that. I'm so happy that it's finally back in theater because I have been missing that in theaters feeling. You know what I mean? Like when you go into a superhero movie and you know that there's other people around you with the same kind of intentions to watch it and enjoy it, and when something incredible happens, people cheer, and something bad happens, people gasp. That is what I've been missing, and I feel like we kind of got that back with the Shang-Chi movie, and I really enjoyed it. There was a whole bunch of action in this movie. Fighting scenes in this movie was great, which is my favorite genre of movies, actions. I know it's kind of basic, but I like what I like, and they had a lot of action in this movie, a lot of fighting scenes. Choreography, and this was great in my opinion. And I feel like this is a great way to kind of reintroduce people and revitalize people to kind of go back to movies and basically enjoy movies and movies instead of the HBO Max movie kind of thing. So yeah, I think it's a great way to kind of bring us all back. Next, I'll get to my storyline. So now this storyline is basically we're following this guy named Shang Chi, but his alias is Shang Chi. And we are following him basically on his day-to-day life. And we are kind of just all about his regular day. Then all of a sudden, something happens where it forces him to kind of basically spill his guts about kind of who he really is to his friend who is Aquafina. And everybody who knows Aquafina, that she is a comedian and she is hilarious, so you know that this movie was also very funny. Okay, this movie was also very funny on top of having the action on top of it. So I think they had a good mix of that in there too. But back to your storyline, what we find out is that Shang-Chi, or Shang's father, is the current wielder of the 10 Rings, and we find out that he was basically running basically a fighting ring, or basically a Foot Clan, basically. He basically sent people out to conquer over cities or towns or countries, whatever it may be. He sends them out to conquer all these things. And so somehow Shang-Chi found a way to escape from all that. When he was a kid, he was with his father on the facilities with his dad and fighting and training and all that stuff. And he finds a way to escape to America. Somehow his dad finds him, and it forces him to go back home to see his father in order to protect somebody he really cares for. We kind of obviously have that weird dynamic. Obviously, Shang Chi doesn't want to do that anymore, and his dad's like, hey, I don't care what you want to do, this is what I'm going to do, and what you do to stop me, kind of a thing. So yeah, so there's that kind of dynamic going on there too. So the storyline is very good. The storyline very fun and playful. There's, like I said, there's comedy, there's action, there's rift between the family. There's a lot going on in this movie, and I think that those who go watch it will enjoy it. Now I was going to talk about character development. And character development, like I said, is my favorite part of all movies, shows, and video games. I just love character development because it makes you feel something for the characters. If you feel an attachment to the character, that's like character development does its job. I feel like if you want to kill a character, if you hate a character, it means something being done. If you really love a character, it means something being done. Because if the character dies, and you're like, you're really sad about it, they did a good job. If a villain dies, and you're like happy about it, they did something good. So that's why I am so tough on character development and why I like it so much. It makes you feel something for the characters. And when you get attachment to the characters, you kind of fall into the storyline. You fall in love with the characters themselves. And yeah, and it's just fun. It makes you feel like you're part of the family. So yeah, there's definitely some character development within this movie. First of all, with Shang-Chi's dad, there's some character development that we see in there a couple times. First, obviously, he's not so good, and he's good, and he's not so good again, and he's good. So he has a lot of switches. So he has some great character development going on in there. Shang-Chi has some too, because first he's pretending to be somebody he wasn't. So we had to basically unravel all of that, and basically we think he's one thing, but he's something completely different. And there's that going on. And Awkwafina's character, she's gonna joke. I mean, Awkwafina know this already, and she gets times when she has to be focused and serious. And I think that's really, really important for us to see those kind of things and have some type of gravitation towards the characters, and making us want to feel like we're kind of taking this right along with it. They definitely did a good job of character development in mind. So now let's get into my rating. Then everybody's maybe rating for it just a bit. But so what the rating that I would give Shang-Chi is a 7.5. Now, like I said before, I didn't know much of Shang-Chi or really the second phase of the Avengers, so I'm kind of going in blind. And with that being said, I feel like as I was watching Shang-Chi, I expected certain things to happen, and they did. So that aspect made me drop my score down a bit, because if I can just watch a movie and know what's gonna kind of happen, I feel like it's not as exciting if you expect something to happen and it happens. Like, oh well, yeah, cool. I mean, I thought it was gonna happen, so I'm not as surprised as I would have been if I didn't know. So that's the only thing. I feel like I expect some things to happen, and they did, and it just wasn't as surprising when they did happen. So that's the only reason why I get 7.5. Otherwise, I probably would have given it 8 or 8.5 even. But I just get 7.5 because I feel like I was able to see what's gonna happen, and it wasn't as surprising as it would have been if I didn't kind of figure out what's gonna happen already. But yeah, that being said, if you've seen the movie, what were your thoughts? Did you enjoy it? Are you excited about the new phase of the Avengers? Because I am. I'm not even gonna talk about Spider-Man. That's a whole different thing altogether. But I'm excited for this new phase of Avengers. Let me know what your thoughts were on the movie. What rating would you give it? What there's some things you would change? Yeah, that's all we have in this video. If you enjoyed, make sure you like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I'll see you next one. Much love.